has introduced a block type called sync blocks, which got released with the latest Notion update. It's still in beta, which means that there are still some testing and feedback that they seek to do from users. So what is it exactly? Let's dive in and take a look. As you're aware, Notion's architecture is built from blocks. The main purpose of the block is to edit similar information across multiple blocks at the same time. Like other blocks, you can create it with the plus sign on the left or with the slash command and select the block type. In its simplest form, you can create a block with anything inside it, and this could range from text to toggles to checklists and to databases. And by simply copying it, you can create an exact double. You'll notice that if you change the contents in one place, this will automatically change it in the other. You can have multiple lines. Like all blocks, you can move it by dragging it from its current position to the desired position. Similarly, if you take blocks like toggle, they nest several blocks within toggle, and you can use the power of the toggle, for example, to nest several synced blocks. You can also drag any block into this synced block and create it like a synced block group. Especially useful if you want to see that group of information across several pages. Let's take an example where you are in a company and you have different owners for each page inside of Notion. Rather than type the owner on each page, you can have an ownership page where you maintain the owners. Let's assume the owner of that page has left the company and now you have a new owner. By simply changing the owner on the ownership page, all pages with that owner get updated. Let's take another example. Assume that you have a copyright that you want to reflect below some pages. You can do that the same way. Or let's say if you want the same header or footer to appear across each page or specific pages, you can do that as well. So my GTD system has 5 main steps from collect to do, a getting started guide, and the engine room. Within steps like review, I have several sub-pages that contain important dashboards. If I had to navigate between the various review sub-pages across the 5 steps, I had to click back to the breadcrumb at the top and navigate back down again. And this process was quite cumbersome, especially when you have multiple nested pages that have several individual interrelationships. So I took the sync block, typed out the menu items, and linked each menu to a specific page, just like a website. Then I copied the sync block across the pages which I wanted to navigate across. Now navigating across these nested pages is a breeze. For example, I could be doing my weekly review, and I may want to look deeper into a project which I can access straight away and come back straight to the weekly review. So wasn't this already there in Global Blocks? So Global Blocks was a hack. In order to access the link, you had to manually copy the block into the browser URL and remove some characters, that's after the slash through till the hash, and then paste this link back to the same page. This one makes it pretty simple to do without having to remember this gymnastics rule. Besides, you can form sync block groups. So the sync block is a fantastic use case for places like websites, or when you're designing an intranet type portal within Notion where you want common blocks reflected as a footer or a header. So sync block can act as a header, a footer, or even a repeat body on a specific part of the page. As a side note, the block could be repeated several times on a page or across pages. For example, if you're giving reference to a hyperlink, then changing it in one place would make the change in the other. You can delete the block by clicking on the 6 dots on the left or the 3 dots on the right. The sync is mainly happening between the parent block and the child blocks. So you can unsync and delete all at the parent block level or select unsync at the individual block level. By default, blocks are auto-synced, and you can also go to the respective block that you have linked and delete the same if you don't require it. If you're not yet part of this community, do consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay notified of new videos. If you liked this video, consider sharing it with your friends. Stay safe, stay healthy, peace.